Hello everybody, Phantoms Y here, and it's time for some more Steins Gate. Last time, my mind was frickin' blown. Let's not waste any more time and get to it. First, we take Moeka back to her apartment. There, I explain to Kurisu what happened. Moeka didn't say a word on the way back. Now she's sitting on the floor by the entrance, staring off into space. It must have been quite a shock to hear the Tennoji's, FB's, confession. The one person she trusted betrayed her. She may never recover. But were Tennoji's actions really a betrayal? I'm not quite convinced. Something felt off back there. Rounders who complete their mission are eliminated. No exceptions. That's what FB said. But in that case, why wasn't Moeka killed?
なあ、萌か、もしかしたら FB はお前を生かそうとしたのかもしれない。あの人はお前を見捨てたんじゃなくて突き放して生かそうとしたのかも。
I didn't look at it like that. This may just be wishful thinking. We'll never know FB's true intentions. But I want to believe that Tennoji did care for her. That there was a place for Moeka somewhere. What am I doing? Why am I trying to comfort Moeka? Maybe I'm just soft.
Okabe, 今すぐ D メールを送るべきよ。
Yup. Kurisu's expression is grave.
今を逃すといろいろ面倒なことに巻き込まれるかもしれないから。
Kurisu had the same thought as me.
あんたの目的はマユリを救うことであってセルンへの復讐じゃないでしょ。
Hey there, Matex.
私たちが作ったタイムリープマシンのせいで犠牲が出るのは。
ああ、そうだな。
FB's phone is in my possession. There's no longer any reason to stay on this world line. It's only a matter of time until the police come looking for us. I should send the D-mail immediately. When I do, the present will be reconstructed. Tennoji will still be alive. Moeka will still be in contact with FB. And at last, the IBN 5100 will return to me. I just need to think about saving Mayuri, and all will be well.
ダルはもうラボに来ていると思うか。
電話してみる。
I'll send the same message I tried to send earlier from Moeka's phone. Only this time, it will be from FB's phone. When Moeka sees it, she'll believe it to be an order from FB. Knowing her dependence on FB, she'll obey without question. It makes me sick to be taking advantage of Moeka's vulnerabilities like this. How am I any different from FB?
あと5分くらいでラボに着くって。
So we just wait until then.
ねえ、さっき店長の家でのことだけど。
Yeah, like the entire thing? After closing her phone, Kurisu glances at Moeka and lowers her voice.
私、外で見張ってて。
Oh, right,
声が聞こえて。
she didn't see.
その直後ぐらいにあの子の姿。
あの子。
Oh wait, is he talking about Nai? I ask, even though I already know the answer. There's only one person it could be.
ナエちゃん、家の裏口から走り去っていった。呼び止めようとしたら目があったわ。
Kurisu bites her lip, as if fighting an unpleasant memory. It happened right after she heard the gunshot. If that's true, then Nai saw her father die. She saw her father die and ran away. There's a knock on the door. Someone's here. Who? Moeka, who had been squatting by the entrance, slowly lifts her head. This is wrong. The timing's too perfect. Today, Kiryu Moeka dies. This world line has already approved of that fate. Has it come for her already? Moeka reaches for the doorknob. I try to stop her, but too late. Moeka is already turning the doorknob. The door opens slowly, and there stands
Konnichiwa.
an innocent greeting, a child's voice, familiar. How did she find this place? How did she get here? Why did she come here? She ran away. Our eyes met. Right after I heard the gunshot. Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe this. Even Nai? And that also brings into a different perspective when she jumped on Mayuri and knocked her into the train tracks. Was that an accident or not? Probably not. Nai steps up to Moeka. Moeka's body blocks my view. The next instant, Moeka drops to her knees like a string-cut puppet. An innocent laugh. Hands dyed with blood. A cleaver in her hand.
嘘じゃない。
Nai's lips twist into a victorious sneer. She looks straight at me, her eyes burning with intense hatred. Those aren't the eyes of a child. What's going on here? Is this really Nai?
私は許さない。
The venom in her voice chills me to the bone.
父さんを死に追いやったお前たちを絶対に許さないから。私がこの手で殺してやるまで許さないから。
Karisu and I stare in a shocked silence. Neither of us can move a muscle.
岡部倫太郎。
My heart skips a beat. I feel like someone just walked over my grave.
お前は15年後に殺す。それまで怯えて待ってなさい。
Was she the one who used the time leap machine? But no, because Tennoji wasn't dead on that world line. Or was he? No, he must have been, because fate, quote-unquote, had approved of his death, as Okabe would put it, on that day, the same day that Moeka was supposed to die. So, I have no idea. Oh man. Nai tosses the knife away and leaves, laughing all the while. You guys could stop her, you know. I hear the sound of footsteps pattering down the stairs. Soon they fade away, leaving us in silence. Like she just threatened to kill you in 15 years.
今のはなんだ悪魔か何かが取り付いていたのか
My entire body is shaking. I have to struggle just to move a finger.
いやそれよりも萌香が
Moeka's clothes are soaked in blood. There's a gaping wound in her abdomen where Nai stabbed her. Hey there, Rice Master. Yeah, you just missed it. Well, at least this thing with Nai. Karisu yells for me to come to my senses, and then she takes out her phone.
キリさんの容体を見て、私は救急車を。
Send the damned email.
待って。それより先に D メールを送ってしまった方がいいのかもしれない。
Thank you. Somebody here is thinking. Even now, Karisu is calm. I feel an irrational surge of anger at her composure, but I know that she's right. Once I send the D-mail, this world line will be undone. I know that, but still I run to Moeka's side. When I lift her up in my arms, I see that her chest is already covered in blood.
Moeka!
She's my enemy.
しっかりしろおい
She killed Mayuri.
聞こえるかMoeka!
I can't understand her. I can't forgive her. And yet, I can't help but call her name. Because in a sense, she's a victim too. Moeka slowly opens her eyes. Her eyes are blank and unfocused. She's fading fast. tries to speak, but her voice catches in her throat. I bring my ear closer to her lips.
私はあなたの大切な殺したから
Yes, you did. Countless times. Not on this world line, but on others. The will of fate.
ごめんなさい
I'm pretty good, Rice Master. How about you?
ごめんなさい
I silently squeeze Moeka's hand. Moeka doesn't squeeze back. She no longer has the strength.
私にとっては FB しかいなくて私にとっての居場所そこだけ
She was desperate and followed without question. But she still has to be held responsible for her actions, even though I guess technically you could say her actions didn't occur on this world line. It's the same thing that Kurisu was talking about to Okabe when she was warning that if he killed Moeka, Moeka has to still be held responsible for that. And to be honest, if I were Okabe, I wouldn't be able to forgive her. Even though it's you understand, but you can't forgive.
守るためなら殺す恨まれて当然ごめん
許すよ
The words come to my lips unbidden. But as soon as I speak them, I understand why. Moeka does not kill Mayuri on this world line. Even if she could, it wouldn't happen until tomorrow. This Moeka, the one dying in my arms, is innocent. And yet, even now, she says, I'm sorry. How can I not answer her?
許す
You're nicer than I am, Okabe. Perhaps the words are meaningless. Forgiving Moeka will not cure Nai's hate. Neither will Moeka's death. I don't even know if I truly mean what I'm saying. But still, I remember what Kurisu said. My goal is to save Mayuri, not avenge her. So here,
お
now,
前を許す
the anguish seems to fade from Moeka's face. Her eyes slowly close. A tear slides down Moeka's cheek. Her hand slips from my grasp. She's no longer breathing. Biting my lip, I lay Moeka to rest on the floor. I place her purple phone in my hands, or in her hands, excuse me.
岡部
Kurisu calls to me in a weak voice.
E メールを送るべきだと思うもう準備はできてる
Moeka and FB are gone, but Mayuri's fate remains unchanged. The universe still demands her death.
なあクリスティーナ D メールを送ってダイバージェンスが変わったら萌香はそこで生きていると思うか
あんたが言っていたアトラクタフィールド理論で考えるならダイバージェンスが 1% 以上なら生きている確率は高くなるごめんこんな思いやりもクソもない言い方しかできなくて
いやいいんだ
I stand up. Moeka's blood clings to my hands. It won't come off, even when I wipe it with a tissue. I stop trying and take out FB's phone. I nod to Kurisu. She calls Daru and tells him to activate the phone wave. I take one last look at Moeka's body, lying there. So this is another choice, really? Like Moeka has a route? In that case, this is just going to be for completion's sake, because if I were Okabe, no, I would call. but let's see what happens if we don't. Causality is a strange and terrifying thing. At the beginning of all this, Moeka killed Mayuri. But now Moeka lies dead, while Mayuri still lives. All because I changed the past. Moeka, if you're going to apologize for a sin you didn't commit, then I must apologize as well. I am responsible for twisting your fate, and for twisting the fate of Tennoji Nai. I ruined that innocent girl's life, made her something other than what she was meant to be. Is it okay to just leave her like this? I would. Of course, if I send the D-mail now, this world line will be undone. Nai's twisted fate will be corrected. There's no point in worrying about it. I should just think about Mayuri. I shouldn't burden myself with any more problems. Is this really okay? Of course it is. Send the D-mail. That's all I need to do. Why won't my fingers move? I already know what I need to do. And yet...
岡部、
さっきのあの子、様子が変じゃなかったか。
あの子ってナイちゃんのこと？
I nod.
まるで別人みたいだった。
15年後に殺すってどういう意味なんだ？
Hey there, Bellatima. It bothers me. Does she know something? What was she implying?
岡部、気にすることない？
She clearly was implying time travel. Or maybe not even that, because I guess in 15 years she would be growing up. So, yeah, that is kind of strange.
D メールを今すぐ送って。それで何もかも解決よ。
I put FB's phone back into my pocket.
見なかったことにはできない。
Nai's crime is partly my responsibility. And I need to know what she meant when she promised to kill me 15 years from now.
タイムリープする。ラボに戻ろう。
Kurisu sighs, but I pretend not to hear it. Oh, Reed Steiner says that I made a good choice.
というか、
Well, it was more about me just trying to be thorough, but hey, hurrah. Kurisu glances at Moeka, then whispers into my ear.
彼女は敵じゃないの？
今は朝の7時前だな。
は？そうだけど、何よ、いきなり。
After time leaping 4 hours back, I find myself in front of the station. This is right after Moeka and I met up with Kurisu after returning from Narita Airport. After this comes the Tennoji residence. Moeka is standing a few meters away, kicking the dirt in boredom. Moeka was dead just a few minutes ago, but now she's perfectly fine. I feel no surprise. I suppose I've grown accustomed to this particular facet of time travel. After all, I've seen Mayuri come back to life countless times already. Is there one other thing? There's one other thing experience has taught me. Today, Moeka and Tennoji will die, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. I know it's cruel, but I didn't come back here to save them. I don't have the means to, and it isn't my problem. The problem is Nai. We arrive in front of the Tennoji house, just like we did before I time leaped. But this time, I wait outside with Kurisu. Moeka enters alone, expressionless as ever. While we wait outside, I tell Kurisu what's about to happen. I also tell her to wait a little while after she hears the gunshot, and then go inside and take Tennoji's phone. It feels like an eternity passes in silence. And then... Kurisu gasps. Her body goes stiff. I immediately look around. Just as Kurisu told me, I see a girl come out of the window. She walks away quickly, but at the same time taking care not to make a sound. That's not how a child acts after witnessing her father's death. Nai looks over her shoulder. She spears me with eyes full of hatred. That alone is enough to make me shiver. It's pitiful, but a tiny little girl is making me nervous. Yeah, okay, she must also be using the phone wave, the time leap machine. And she's experienced this kind of thing before, but how many times? And why? That's my theory. Something is very wrong here. This Nai is like a completely different person. I want to know her true identity. That's why I time leaped instead of sending the D-mail. Nai is still running, ignoring my calls to stop. I run after her. Out of shape though I may be, I'm still more than a match for a 12-year-old girl. I really hope so. The distance between us quickly shortens. Nai keeps running, occasionally looking back at me and grinding her teeth in a very unchildlike manner. Normally, a child being chased by a man will cry and scream things like "stay away" or "help." But this girl says nothing. The only sound is her heavy breathing. I call out to her once more, and then, once more when she's nearly in arm's reach. Unexpectedly, Nai slows down, then eventually stops to catch her breath. Looks like she's realized that she can't get away. From the sound of her breathing, she must be at her limit. We're alone. Karisu and Moeka must still be at the house, and the streets are empty thanks to the Oban holidays. Perfect. I was afraid someone might report me as a child molester. Now I can get what I need to know out of the strange girl who looks like Nai. I call to her as I catch my breath. Nai glares at me as she catches her breath. She punctuates her nonchalant reply with a cruel smile. That's not the face of a child. What?
父さんが死んだ時、桐生萌香はその場にいた。でも父さんが死ぬのを止めなかった。だから許さない。お前もだ。岡部倫太郎、あの場にはいなかったけど、お前に関わらなければ父さんは死ななくて済んだ。
Wait, is she blaming me for finding the IBN 5100? How the hell was I supposed to know?
だがお前はすぐには殺さない。殺せないからね。
The tiny little girl, barely half my height, looks up at me with a smile that chills my blood.
お前を殺すのは15年後。それまでせいぜい怯え続けるんだ。
I get on my knees and grab Nai by the shoulders. I hold back my terror and meet her stare for stare. And yet, this girl doesn't even flinch. She isn't Tennoji Nai.
そのままの意味だよ。お前は15年後に私が殺した。
Just like Suzuha's timeline, right? Killed. Why is she using past tense? She time leaped from after killing him. Wow! So she time leaped back into her body as a child? That's insane! Nai laughs once, a harsh and mocking sound. Then she leans in and whispers.
わからないのか？今、こう言った？お前は誰なんだって。私は天王寺苗だよ。間違いなくな。ただし私は15年先の記憶まで思い出している。
No. Did she? Oh shit! Nai suddenly whips out a knife, catching me completely off guard. Nai drives the knife into the elbow of my right arm, which was grabbing her shoulder. Blood sprays onto Nai's face, but she doesn't even blink. Instead, Jesus Christ, man. She laughs. Just like when she killed, she laughed when she killed Moeka. The intense pain brings me to my knees. For a moment, I panic, but somehow I manage to convince myself that I'm fine. I won't die here, I tell myself. This world line won't accept that. It's just like Nai said herself. It's not that she won't kill me. She can't. If she tried, something would surely interfere.
お前を殺した時のこと教えてあげようか。なんかレジスタンスの創始者とか言ってセルンに歯向かってたみたいだけど、私が拉致して監禁してやって考えつく限りのありとあらゆる拷問を加えてやったよ。お前は痛みに泣きわめき、クソとしょんべんをまき散らしながら私に命乞いをした。
Wow.
実に醜かったよ、岡部倫太郎。
Damn.
しょうがないから最後に私自身の手で喉をかき切ってやった後、気が済むまでメット刺しにしたのよ。一体なんかそれが15年後のお前が迎える最後だ。父さんを殺したお前を待っている運命だ。
Nai grips my arm and digs her tiny fingers into the wound. My nerves burst into flame, not just in my arm, but throughout my entire body. The pain forces the air out of my lungs in a blood-curdling scream. I can't shake off Nai's hands. I can't even move a finger against the pain.
セルンはお前の作ったタイムリープマシンを回収して15年もの間一切手をつけずに保管したままだったんだ。15年後ラウンダーになった私はお前を殺してからそれを使ってここまで戻ってきた。一度にたった48時間しか遡れない欠陥品だから随分苦労したけど。
To travel 15 years in 48-hour increments would take... Damn, I can't calculate through the pain.
単純計算で2738回だ。他にもいろいろあったせいで実際の回数はきっと倍以上だけどな。自分が何回タイムリープしたかなんてとっくに忘れたよ。
Now I get it. When I came to this world line, I went back to the lab after learning of Moeka's suicide. Once I got there, I found evidence that someone had used the time leap machine. So that was Nai's final time leap. Nai keeps staring into my eyes as her fingers crawl deeper into my wound. I bite my lip in a desperate attempt to bear the pain. My blood won't stop flowing. It collects into a puddle and stains the asphalt dark red.
私はこの復讐のためだけに生きてきた。誰にも邪魔はさせない。自殺なんてさせるもんか。そんな生ぬるい死に方で逃がしたりはしない。
たったそれだけのために15年もの歳月を遡ってきたのかよ。
Wow. She's nuts! And it was Moeka and I who made her that way, and who turned an innocent little girl into a creature of hatred, starved for vengeance. We stole 15 years of her life. 15 years. I can't understand what it's like to live with such hatred for so long.
たったそれだけだと。
Nai's slender fingers pry deeper into my wound, so deep I can't feel I can feel her fingers against my bone.
お前たちにとってはたったそれだけかもしれないが、私にとってはお前と桐生萌香を殺すことだけが全てなんだよ。
それで萌香を殺してその後はどうする。
その後
遡ってきた15年をもう一度やり直すのか。
そんなものに何の価値がある。価値なんてないんだ。
Cry. She does not sneer. Her voice is flat and emotionless as she speaks these words. There's nothing more I can say to this girl that I destroyed. At last, Nai lets go of my arm. She looks in disgust at her hands, now covered in my blood.
お前は今何もしなくていい。ただ怯え後悔し続ける。岡部倫太郎。15年後に私が迎えに行く時まで。
I'm powerless to stop her from running away. Dry laughter leaks out of my mouth. That girl's disconnected from causality, just like I am. I asked her what she would do after killing Moeka. She didn't answer. The first time she lived those 15 years, all she had was revenge. And after time leaping thousands of times, she exacted that revenge. How will she live those 15 years the second time around? Will she kill me again? Will her revenge be complete then? Or will it continue forever, until she forgets even why? The thought squeezes my heart like a vice. Does time travel bring nothing but pain? We built a time machine out of curiosity. We were fools. If not for our meddling, SERN would not have targeted us. Mayuri would not have died. Suzuha would not have had to travel to the past. Ferris wouldn't have had to lose her father twice. Lukiko wouldn't have had to forsake her feelings for me. And Moeka would not have killed Mayuri. Kurisu runs up to me. She turns pale at the sight of my bleeding arm. She kneels in front of me. Worry is etched on her face. Kurisu hands me FB's phone. I take it and start typing out mail with my left hand. Okay, so if I had sent the D-mail then, I wouldn't have got that scene, I imagine. And so we wouldn't have had all that context for Nai and what happens in the future, or at least in the future of this world line. So that's cool. Assuming that this works. Yes, but who cares about my wound? Tenoji's death, Moeka's death, and the damage to Nai's soul will all be undone. That's what matters. I finish the mail and take a breath. Right, there's no Moeka in, since the writers thought it wouldn't be appropriate for the plot. Instead, her chapter merely has an optional scene with Nai. If you just sent the D-mail, you wouldn't have learned about the future and why Nai was like that. Okay, good. I'm really glad I did that then, and I'm also really glad that they didn't shoehorn in like a Moeka route, because I very much agree that that would not have probably worked as it should. But anyway, hurrah. Any rounder who finds an IBN 5100 is silenced. No exceptions. That's what Tenoji said. In that case, the one who should have been eliminated first was Moeka. She found the IBN 5100 in the first place. And yet, Tenoji cut contact with her instead. And when we exposed his true identity, he shot himself, not Moeka. Perhaps that's just wishful thinking. Perhaps I'm just looking for an ounce of comfort in all this suffering. Even if that was Tenoji's intention, it was meaningless. Moeka will die today, whether by her own hand or Nai's. It doesn't matter. However, they are the enemy. I should hate them for killing Mayuri. But in some sense, Tenoji, Moeka, and Nai are all just victims of my foolish experiments. I pray that they can live normal lives, at least on the Beta World line. For their sake, as well as Mayuri's, I must send this D-mail. Once this D-mail is sent, this world line will be undone. Here we go. Oh wow. Convergence didn't change that much, or divergence, I think. The world shatters, warps, and reforms. Eventually, those sensations disappear, and color gradually returns to the world. I find myself standing in the street near the lab. The burning pain in my right arm is suddenly gone. I look down. There's no wound, no blood. Instead, I'm holding a convenience store bag with 2 bottles of Dr. P. I guess it worked. I head straight for Moeka's apartment. When I get there, Moeka opens the door normally and peeks out at me. She looks fine. No signs of despair. No blood stain by the door. No knife either.
岡部君、ここどうやって調べ？
少し時間を潰させてもらうぞ。
I barge into the room. The hour of Moeka's death passes with no sign of Nai. The world line has changed. Moeka's right in front of me, but she sends me a mail. I don't need the IBN 5100 anymore, Moeka. It feels like forever since we last conversed like this.
必要ないとは。
My supervisor told me to stop looking. They made Braun more antagonistic in the anime. He shoots Moeka dead instead. Wow, they really did.
FB からストップが。
How did you know about FB? Where did you get that information? So FB's still alive. I feel relief, but also fear. I mustn't forget that he is my enemy. For now, however, I'm more interested in what Moeka just said. FB canceled her mission to retrieve the IBN 5100?
任務達成はすなわち処分確定。扱いとしては犬通より家畜だな。
I recall his last words. Perhaps he canceled her mission so that they wouldn't be eliminated. If that's the truth, then maybe he really was trying to save Moeka.
ただ怯え、後悔し続けろ、岡部倫太郎。15年後に私が迎えに行く時まで。
I wonder what happened to Nai. I can't get that childish yet hate-filled voice out of my head. On that world line, I turned an innocent girl into a murderer. I bite my lip hard enough to draw blood. I won't fear you, Nai, nor will I repent. That world line has already been undone. But how will things turn out in this new world line? No, there's no point thinking about it. If the plan worked, the IBN 5100 should already be back in my possession. And if that's the case, then there's no need to stay on this world line either. On the way back to the lab, I stop by the Braun Tube workshop and peek in through the window. The 42-inch CRT is powered on, and Tenoji, FB, is lounging in front of it, reading the sports page. FB is still alive. His daughter, Nai, has no reason to hate anyone now. I climb the stairs to the lab. There's nobody there but Kurisu.
桐生萌香のアパートに行ったか。
は？
Kurisu pauses her at-channel browsing session to look at me in confusion.
萌香さんのアパート？私が？
そうか。
どういうことよ？
いや、言っていないならいいんだ。
I cut across the lounge and head straight for the development room. In the middle of the room sits the time leap machine. After a glance at the time leap machine, I scan the shelves. A large, familiar cardboard box. He did it! Excuse me. I was right. Inside the box is the IBN 5100, the legendary retro PC stolen from me by a twist of fate. At last, it has returned. The long battle is finally over. I did it. We can save my Yuri.
Super Haka! Super Haka, come on!
I can't contain my excitement. My heart is beating like a jackhammer. Oh no! Oh, right. In that case, he won't return until evening. Mail! From my Yuri. Okarin's been acting strange lately, so Mayushi didn't go to Kamimon today. Are you at the lab? Maybe I'll go there now. I haven't seen you in a couple of days, you know. We usually see each other every day, so it's really lonely. I know it's only been 4 days at most, but I'm used to being with you all the time. I'm your hostage, remember? Don't let go. So I fire up the time machine and leap. Sorry, Mayuri. But we're trying to keep you from dying right now. Important business. Time leap. As shape and color return to the world, I see Daru in front of his computer, sleepily playing an air-op. Karisu's napping on the sofa. She probably just got done with her all-nighter on the time leap machine. Mayuri's not around. She probably went to Lukako's to beg him to cosplay.
Daru! Christina!
Karisu jerks awake. He brought it back around. My sonorous declaration earns only blank stares. Why are they so slow? Yeah! Sort of rots your brain, you know. Sorry, Karisu, no sleep for you! Karisu rubs her eyes and complains. She looks dead tired. I was up all... I'm about to read her dialogue.
Daru, 一つ聞くが、IBN5100 の使い方について勉強はしたか？
は？まあ一応、コミマ前のクソ忙しい時期に僕って偉すぎじゃね？イギリスだったらナイトの称号もらえるレベル。ならば今日からお前のことをさあスーパーハッカーと呼ぼう。だが断る。
Aww.
くだらない会話は自重しろ。頭が痛くなる。
And I was ready for a title change for Daru. If Daru knows how to use the IBN 5100, then we can hack CERN right now. Mayuri's not here, but that's actually more convenient.
IBN5100 によるクラッキングで破壊することである。
Just a minute. Alright.
エシロンなる卑劣な電子機器により、奴らは我らの極秘情報をかすめ取った。天津さえ、それをもとに我らを特定し、我らが開発した人類の夢、タイムマシンの強奪をも目論んだ。研究機関でありながら、その裏で時空の支配者の座を望み、非道なるゼリーマン実験を行う奴らに、今こそ正義の鉄槌を下そうではないか。
The hammer of justice.
そして真の時空の支配者がどちらなのか、奴らの目にしかと刻みつけてやれ。
Oh, I missed your Choimbyo nonsense, Rentaro.
戦いが終わった時、世界を陰で牛耳る支配構造はついに崩壊し再構成されるだろう。
Moo!
我らが望んだ混沌がついに訪れるのだ。
まあ、うるさい。
Karisu gets fed up and rises from the sofa.
一体何なの？
オカリンの心の闇は誰にもわからんでござる。
そもそも設定じゃ、岡部は狂気のマッドサイエンティストじゃなかった？なのにな。
ついカッとなってやったんじゃね？今は反省してるかも。お前たち、ごちゃごちゃ言っていないで準備しろ。準備って何ぞ？だから今言っただろう。セルンへのクラッキングだ。
クラッキングは良くないと思う。
なんという優等生的発言。お前は委員長か。
This is pretty sad how much he's been through and everybody else doesn't know how much he went through for it. Yeah. Only him.
捕まりたいの？
そういう問題ではない。
I fight the urge to grind my teeth. Instead, I fix Kurisu with my stare.
俺はこのターニングポイントへ到達するためにこれまで戦ってきた。
Yeah, he's not lying.
今こそアルファ世界線を離脱しマユリを救う。邪魔をするというなら誰だろうと許さん。絶対にだ。
岡部。
必死すぎ。
I've got good reason. To them, only half an hour has passed since the time leap machine was built. But to me, many days have passed since this ordeal began. I bow my head deeply. Or else Mayuri will die, and in 26 years, this world will be ruled by SERN. Suzuha's sacrifice will have been for nothing. Daru claps me on the shoulder, then smiles broadly and thrusts his thumb skyward.
別にあんたのためにクラッキングするんじゃないんだからね。
Good tsundere there, Daru.
これはひどい。
I burst out in laughter. Sir Super Hacker, tsundere version, is here to save the day. I couldn't have asked for a better right-hand man. Indeed. As Daru hooks up the IBN 5100 to his PC, I explain the situation one more time. Let's hope this is the last.
つまり、すべての元凶は俺が最初にダルに当てて送ったメールにある。
Yeah, when Kurisu died.
それがセルンのエシロンに捕らえられてしまったせいでラウンダーに目をつけられた。
That's kind of something that I've been thinking about for a while. Like, what if Kurisu has to die in order for them to return it back to the attractor, or to escape the attractor field? But I don't know.
結果、マユリは殺され、俺たち3人はセルンに拉致され、タイムリープマシンは強奪される。
Some years after that, I assume, Daru and I escaped from the resistance to which Suzuha belonged.
どれだけ回避しようとしてもダメだった。世界はアトラクタフィールド理論により同じ結末へと収束してしまう。
それもし全部妄想だったらオカリンはラノベ作家になれると思うお。
事実だ。すべてなマユリの死を避けるためには
And to free Suzuha's future from CERN.
アルファ世界線から脱出するしかない。これまでに歪ませた事象をすべて取り消すことでそれは可能になると俺は考えている。つまり目指すべきは俺がダルに最初の D メールを送る前のベータ世界線。そこへ到達するためエシロンに捉えられた最初のメールデータをセルンのデータベースから削除しなくてはならないのだ。
If what Suzuha said is correct, then erasing that data will take us over 1% diversions and back into the beta world line. It was just one short email, barely 36 bytes, but it changed the course of human history. The butterfly effect.
面白いわね。
Kurisu mutters as she sips her hot coffee. It looks like she's already recovered from her exhaustion.
マキセ氏は信じるん？
仮説としてはね。できれば客観的データが欲しいところだけど、それはさすがに無理だし。
安心しろ。お前が改良を施したタイムリープマシンの出来はガチだった。
当然でしょ。
She doesn't deny it. That's just like Kurisu.
それに IBN5100 でのハッキングはもともと予定してたことだし。とにかくアクセスしてみて、もしそこにメールデータが存在していたなら岡部の言葉は事実だと証明される。
1 second, sending a text. There we go.
要するに考えるな、感じるんだということですね。わかりま。
逆にわかんないけど。
考えるよりやってみろということだ。
Daru extracts his massive body from the space behind his desk, plops himself down on the chair, and wipes away his sweat.
つなぎ終わったお。ちょっと設定いじらないとダメだけど、10分しないうちに始められる。
よし。
それにしても元凶となった最初のメールね。それってあれでしょ？ AT 私が死んでたとかなんとか。
そうだ。ラジカンでお前が殺されているのを目撃した俺はダルにそれを伝えるメールを送った。ダルはたまたま電話レンジカッコ仮の実験中で放電現象が起きて。
My voice trails off. Something is telling me to stop. Fear rises in my chest, a sudden terrible certainty that I'm missing something vital. Yeah, she's gonna die if that's cancelled. I frantically replay the conversation in my head. We must cancel all of our changes to the timeline so far. The very first email started it all. The one that said I died or something. Return the world line that to the world line that existed before I sent the first email. An icy fist seizes my heart, and I turn to Karisu with a look of pure terror. Our eyes meet. Those eyes of hers no longer show the sharp defiance from when we first met. Instead, they glow warmly with the light of curiosity.
何よ。
I was right. I had missed something vital. Something dire. The world line I set my sights on to save Mayuri. The world line upon which Suzuha staked her hope for the future. The world line I am last poised to reach at the end of this long struggle. On that world line, Mayuri lives. On that world line, SERN fails. And on that world line, on the 8th floor of Radio Kaiken, Makise Karisu dies.